Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Weekly Chording. I'm your host Daz, and I'll be striving today to earn the second E in weekly. Today's episode is about a ghost story, and one that you're probably familiar with the name anyway, due to a drastically rewritten appearance in the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's right, we're talking about the Harbinger of Doom, the Flying Dutchman. Said to originally be a Dutch man of war headed to the Cape of Good Hope that just didn't make it in, and all hands were lost. The Flying Dutchman would appear near storms and may have been inspired by a Fata Morgana mirage, where reflections look like they're floating in the air above the sea. This song, originally by the sea shanty group the Jolly Rogers and requested by Glenn, sticks pretty close to the original legend, so I'll just get right into it and you can learn about it in the song. Was dry and cloudy and the wind was in the west when we spied a battered frigate with her tattered sail full dressed. They signaled they had let us home. They asked if they could take. They dropped them in a barrel they left floating in their wake. We reefed the sails and slowed the ship, fished the barrel out. The old ship sailed to the distance, then we saw her come about. The captain watched through a spyglass when we heard him catch his breath, and saw the storm had become a wall of death. Turn this ship around, me boys, turn around and run. The storm it wants a battle, and it's sure that we're outgunned. Of that ship that's out there, do we leave her to the gale? She's called the Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. You know what? I've forgotten the second verse. Alright. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to do a mulligan. Wow. That has never happened. So there you go. Live music, just as it is. So, we're going to start this one again. Interesting. It's just completely not there. I don't know what's going on. So strange. So strange. Hope for this. So I did not earn my second E. That is for sure. We'll just start again. Alright, The Flying Dutchman, as written by the Jolly Rogers. The sky was gray and cloudy, and the wind was in the west when we spied a battered frigate with her battered foil full dressed. Signaled they had let us home. They asked if we could take. They dropped them in a barrel they left floating in their wake. We reefed the sails and slowed the ship to fish the barrel out. The old ship sailed to the distance, then we saw her come about. The captain watched through a spyglass when we heard him catch his breath, and we could see the storm of brewing had become a wall of death. Turn this ship around, me boys, turn around and run. The storm it wants a battle, and it's sure that we that ship that's out there? Do we leave her to the gale? She's called the Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. Thunder growled like demons, and the lightning stabbed the waves, and the Dutchman leapt towards us, riding fury from the grave. The captain, he stayed at the wheel, the crew, they manned the lines, and still that storming ship were swiftly closing in behind. Our ship, we crested a giant wave and crushed to the truck below. Crew held on to what they could, they were damned if they let go. When the storm was shook against our ship with wrath, and from the deck of that cursed ship, we could hear them laugh. Turn the ship around, me boys, turn around and run. The storm, it wants a battle, and it's sure that we're outgunned. But a ghostly ship is hunting us, it's bringing on the gale. The Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. That was when we spotted land, and it became a race with time. We prayed to Santa Marta, the Dutchman closing in behind. Rescue dog, the captain held, it's the only chance we got. Salvation if we make it, and our souls if we get caught. The storm was all around us, and the Dutchman cut our wind. The beast nearly capsized us, and we watched our strong mast bend. We were almost to the harbor, we could see the natural break, and each man wheeled her forward, but they knew what was at stake. Turn the ship around, me boys, turn around and run. The storm, it wants a battle, and it's sure that we're outgunned. That ghostly ship is hunting us, it's bringing on the gale. She's called the Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. Once we charged into that harbor, the Flying Dutchman heaved away. We could hear the bitter screams, but the devil lost his prey. Once we made it safely to the leeward of the bay, we cracked that barrel open to see what those letters say. Must have been 100, and that's when we realized those moldy parchments were addressed to those who long since died. You see a curtain well beneath the gray and cloudy sky. Give way and watch behind you, or you'll hear your captain cry. Turn this ship around, me boys, turn around and run. The storm, it wants a battle, and it's sure that we're outgunned. That ghostly ship is hunting us, she's bringing on the gale. She's called the Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. The ghostly ship is hunting us, she's bringing on the gale. She's called the Flying Dutchman, and it's rage that fills her sail. Alright, and there it is. I did another song by the Jolly Rogers some episodes back and learned then the band is a mainstay of the Kansas City Renaissance Festival, and the Flying Dutchman was released on their 25th anniversary album, which included a disc of new material, including this song, and a second disc of just traditional shanties. You can check all that out on their website if you like that kind of thing and want to take a listen. Probably the most famous sighting of the Flying Dutchman was recorded by the future King George V, who in his diary for July 11th, 1881, as a midshipman, unequivocally wrote, "At 4 a.m., the Flying Dutchman crossed our bows, a strange red light as of a phantom ship, all aglow in the midst of which light the masts, spars, and sails of a brig 200 yards distant stood out in strong relief as she came up. 13 crewmen witnessed the phenomenon, and the seamen who first reported the ghost ship died from a fall only 7 hours afterwards. In 1959, the crew of the freighter Magellan, I don't know, reported a near collision with the Flying Dutchman, but there really hasn't been anything else in more modern times. But then the page on vanhunks.com that I used for this reference pointed out that very few ships make that journey around the tip of Africa anymore, and such omens would be immediately disbelieved, right? All right, so a party boat and a ghost ship are pretty similar in that they're both filled with spirits, but you should be able to spot the ghost ship as it will only have a skeleton crew. I obviously need to hit the button before I start the joke. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow, catch my hour-long live streaming show today at 6 or next Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I hope I will see you then. Until then, have yourselves a great week.